Hi again. I thought I was going to write a story about a Christmas tradition I used to have at school, but I thought it'd be better just to tell you about it. It's a story I used to tell the kids in third grade, and they usually picked up on it pretty quickly. But with first graders, it was a little bit different story. Generally, around Christmas time, one of the kids would ask if I believe in Santa Claus. And I always answered, well, yes, of course. Well, how do you know? Well, he used to come to my house. Really? What did you get? And I would tell them the story about how I grew up in a old farmhouse that had a coal stove in the living room. My bedroom was just off of the living room, and it would get very cold at night unless we kept coal in the stove to keep us warm. Now, the rest of the family lived in the newer part of the farmhouse, and they had electric heat, and they were able to keep very warm. So I would tell the story to the kids about how excited I was Christmas morning to get up and to find coal in my stocking, because that meant that Santa Claus cared about me. He wanted to make sure I had coal so I could be warm during the winter times. Well, naturally, first graders just would start going, and they'd kind of look at each other, and like you just kind of see them start to whisper to each other. And I'd go on and on about how wonderful it was to be able to put coal in the furnace at night. If I got cold, I could go out and throw a little coal in, and I'd be nice and warm. And they were still like. Now, eventually, there was one brave kid that would raise their hand. They used to do that in the old days when they wanted to talk. They would raise their hand, and I'd call on them. They'd go, um, Mr. Fuller, um, I don't know how to tell you this, but if you got coal in your stocking, that means you were bad. I go, what? No, no. Santa thought I was the best. That's why he gave me the coal. And then some other kid would say, well, you only get coal if you're on the naughty list. And I'd, not naughty? No. I always got coal to keep me warm because he really cared about me. Did you get any toys? No, I didn't get any toys. I got coal. Well, did you have a brothers or sisters? Yeah, I had four sisters who were younger than me, and my brother was just a baby. Um, well, did they get toys? Oh, yeah, they got toys. But I got the coal because I was his favorite. Mr. Fuller, if you're good, you get toys. And if you're bad, you get coal. And then I would like, what? Like, I was being, I wasn't bad. Why did you say such a thing? And now the kids are like, and then usually there was one kid that would go, wait a minute. You're telling us one of your stories again, aren't you? And I'd laugh and we'd talk about, yeah, I just made that whole thing up. But if there wasn't a group that had one of those kids in there, it was a little hard to convince them that I really didn't get coal, that I was really very, very good. Matter of fact, I was still Santa's favorite. I always got the best presents. But they didn't always believe that either. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed my Christmas story.